Well, good morning. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty good day today. We just got through a storm, so that's good. A little update on what I got going on here. I got some more in the ground, and what I should have done was leave those under some grow lights. I saw a video by Jim Duffy. Thank you, Jim Duffy, if you see this. For putting out that video, and what I'm doing wrong is I'm putting these seedlings in the dirt a little too early. We want to develop root development in a smaller pot under lights. So that is definitely something I'm going to be doing a little bit different just for root development. And then once they get in these pots, they could just, there's enough development already, so where they could just completely just explode in the room that it does have. So anyway, here we go. This is what I got going on now, and I got some over here, and I found got some cut pieces of wood, so I'm going to line, stack it up a little bit higher in the back there, and possibly make another row. I don't know. It looks like I'm going to have to. These definitely aren't spread out enough. So what I'm going to have to do is probably try to look for some more black, some of that black stuff there. That's the plants are on, and come out probably another 3 feet just to make some more room. Might just try to keep my grow right here as much as I can, and then over there in the corner, I'm gonna get rid of all that this weekend too. So it's supposed to be raining forecast. It doesn't look that bad. So then I'm gonna work on this side here. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna go pick up a bunch more mulch. So I'll have some, for the seedlings that are just now sprouting, and some that are still under the lights inside. And also, I don't know, I'm thinking about putting a kind of like a board around this too, and then maybe filling that part up with dirt, or just keep it more level. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing that, putting some mulch down in there and just keeping it kind of covered a little bit to where could like just develop good soil, like a bend where it's compost, and it's not just big particles, because I got the 55-gallon drums that I'm gonna drill holes in also this weekend. Got a lot to do, and we're gonna make a mulch bin, and we're gonna make a jadam bin, and then a couple of them are gonna be for catching rainwater. So excited about this. Gonna get that irrigation coming here pretty quick. A couple parts that are on its way and have been ordered. So found always wondered this. I don't know. I'm just gonna put this out there, but I always wondered how I could inject my fertilizer, because for just straight fertilizer, these are the two fertilizers that I do use. That's just straight veg and bloom, reaching the NPK of 10-10-10. So I do have those, and and I'm always brewing something here. So this also has those two in it, and then I added some rhizotonic, because we're at such a young stage in the life of the plant, to help root development, bacteria, and then I got other stuff for let's see, this is a little bit of vermiculite. Here's my worm castings. I got that. I don't use this too much yet, but I got some of this here. It's supposed to be pretty good. It says here it's got beneficial bacteria and microorganisms. So it's all-purpose. Let's see. Not so sure Yeah, here it is. Okay, so it says 444. So it's a nice, even, all-purpose. I use some of this stuff in the soil whenever I'm potting them, especially since they're so young. And let's see, what do we have here? And we have some natural blood meal, because of the fact that I did a soil test on this compost, and the P and the K are good to go. The K actually is, it says it's in surplus, so a little more than probably what's needed. So I don't know, I'm thinking about, and I know that also, you know, if you have too much K, it could disrupt the delivery of some nutrients. So and maybe cause some complications. So I'm thinking about maybe adding a little bit of sand, because that K will stick to that sand. And you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to where. So anyway, I use that blood meal just because the nitrogen. It's just straight nitrogen. Quite a bit also. So, you know, and then the alfalfa. I got me some organic alfalfa pellets. These are pretty good. And then, of course, my rhizotonic. I use this. And then I also have some root developer. I got that inside, though. And I just found these. These are really cool. Check these out. I'll be teabagging. And they got all different sizes, too. So whenever I get to my 55-gallon buckets, you know, I got some that are a pretty good size. So I have some alfalfa pellets in there, and also that's really good nitrogen too for the soil. These young plants need, you know, they need the nitrogen, not too much, obviously. You know how nature is. An excess of anything is not good, but always trying to keep a good balance. And these young plants, you know, to have them develop, these younglings, you need a lot of nitrogen. So, yep, that's what we got going on today. And cut some holes in some barrels and all that different kind of stuff. And then, I don't know, hopefully I could get all this stuff, you know, all the plant stuff here done. Still waiting on irrigation by the end of the weekend. And then obviously, you know, it's stormed. It's still kind of raining a little bit, so not so much these here down this line, but definitely those in there. They've lost probably a lot of their nutrients because there was a lot of rain that went through them. So they are soaking wet right now, and so I got to replenish. You always got to think after a heavy rain. It's kind of like with a pool. There's something else I need to do too. Is get that cover off and then start the pH and bicarb balance, so I could start throwing in chemicals and kill that algae, because it was it was winterized to a degree, because we really don't have freezing temps here, and if we do, they don't stick, and the ground doesn't get that cold. So even if the snow does fall, it doesn't stay because the ground isn't frozen. So let's see, what was I going to say? I got sidetracked again. Okay, guys, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all in a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna, once these dry out some, we're gonna replenish the nutrients in it, and it's new soil too. So I don't know, it might have activated some really good microbes and bacteria and stuff like that. So we'll see you probably this afternoon and or this evening, and give an update. So this is the this is it. You're starting to see them peeking out of the top of the bag. So excited to see this growth, this explosion of growth. And I'll tell you what, guys, these cloth bags, these smart bags, that's a no-brainer. Uh, you know, I don't see how plants survive really too much in those absolute solid plastic pots. You know, just learning what the roots need. You know, but yeah, these fabric, you could get them. You could get the high dollar ones. They got different thicknesses to them. The high dollar ones obviously are going to last longer. Like these are middle of the road, you know. So these stitches, they're gonna last a little bit. You know, these bags right here, you know, they're great bags. Like I said, they're great bags, and I found a great deal on them to where, you know, it was like a big pack of them for like I think 25 of them, and shoot, I don't know. I got to go back and verify that, but I think I only paid maybe $2 or $3 for a bag. I mean, seriously. When you get to the grand total of how much it costs, so then I need to get my smoker out of there. I did wanted to clean it out for this season, so I did what I need to do. Well, you guys have a blessed day, and I'm really thinking about, since this rain and everything else like that. Yeah, I got enough here for it. So I got this actually at Walmart. You know, you'd be surprised what you could find at Walmart right now, or this season. You know, some things are just, you don't need, but there are some things here like this right here. I think this bag, it was, how many pounds? 8-pound bag. So it was like $10. No brainer. So I brought it home. And got this other stuff too. I don't know. I might mix it in with the compost. Maybe find some sand, a little bit of sand. But this here, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for the noise. This here, the pH on the soil or this compost that I have is at 7.1. So be nice to drop it down just a little bit, because that's really the limit on the alkaline side that you want to be on. So I want to drop it down a little bit. Peat moss is a great way to do it, and why not do it with the natural mixing of worm castings? So what I'm going to do is I might get a better pump with a good air stone on it, and then go ahead and just mix me up a strange brew. And you know, I got the rhizotonic in here, I got the alfalfa in here, so I'm covering the deficiency for the nitrogen that's not in the soil. See, that's why it's so good to know where your soil is. The rhizotonic in here, I'm going to do some worm casting, and then get that pump, a better pump and a better air stone, and put some molasses in there, so it has something to feed on. And it, you know, the growth rate of microbes is just phenomenal whenever you add that oxygen to it. So this will be like, you know, because since they're soaked already, you know, you don't want to pour a bunch of water on them again. So what I might do is just make me up a good mixture of this stuff, and then just pour it around the edges of the plant, because I don't think it rained enough to where this is brand new compost. It's been curing for about a year, a little over a year or so. And you know, you saw the mushrooms that it was growing. So it's, you know, look, here we go, here's some more. You know, and this is just the cup. You know, I planted the seedling, and this is the cup that was left over with the compost in it. So that's how you know you got some good, one of the signs that you got some pretty good compost going on here. Yeah, so you know where your soil is and know what you're working with, you know, so that you could do these balances, give it what it needs, and stay away from what it has plenty of. So anyway, this is going to lower the pH. Getting back to this, yeah, I'm jumping around. I need more coffee. The peat moss lowers pH, so it's gonna benefit both ways. And whenever you do something like this is not a permanent deal. You add something to the soil to either nutrient like the nitrogen, or this here lowering the pH. This is only going to do it temporarily. This isn't a, hey, look, I poured it in there, it's going to stay like that. No, it doesn't work like that. But in time, soil, and you got microbes working, you got these natural, the bacteria and the fungi and all these things working in it, it's going to start balancing. Because remember, that's what it's always trying to do. It amends, it balances, the land heals itself. It's never in a rush, but everything gets accomplished. So it's like you got to get into that kind of mindset that everything isn't completely dependent on you. We are working with organic material here with organisms in it. So working with them and feeding them also, and not only the plant. It's a healthy, it's a beginning to a healthy mindset to growing beautiful plants. So I'm excited about this, guys. I really am. This is such an awesome thing. Yeah, I just wanted to say too, last year, this is why I'm so excited. Last year, and all my grows before this didn't look anything like this. I might have had one fabric pot. And what you will find here in the line here is nothing but big box store plants along this line right here, and then some back there. I bought a couple of them from some nurseries. They did awesome. I brought a couple of them back there. They did actually the best, especially toward the end of the season. But yeah, my germination was just, I didn't have any equipment, so I was working with what I had, and I was able to last season, after dealing with fungus gnats that destroyed all my seedlings. Then I re-sowed the seeds. They germinated. Then they come back and they destroyed all those. And I was getting so frustrated. And that's whenever I started buying just regular plants from the box store, because, hey, here's a bunch of ghost plants. Cool. Let's bring those home just so we have something to grow, And so, yeah, that was pretty much it. And it was just a water hose, even without a filter for the chlorine and other stuff. This is a Gardener. This is pretty good stuff right here. This filter right here. We're going to also put that on the irrigation. But yeah, they got that injector. That's what I was talking about. Jeez, man, I'm all over the place this morning. But yeah, my grow, let me finish this. My grow last year was a disaster. The before that, it was maybe one or two plants from a big box store. That's all it's ever been. And then it's just like, the plants that you were able to bring through from a seed to producing fruit, it was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. And this is a whole world that I'd love to explore, because, this is organic, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, not only that, I love peppers. I love the pepper community, the pepper people. You chili heads are freaking weirdos, and I love every single one of you, almost all of you. I'm trying. I really am. And I'm just going to keep it honest. But hey, I ain't going to be a jerk about it. Yeah, so this is why I'm so stoked. I've never seen this before. Not by just me. I've never seen this before. Each single one of these was sowed and, by me and my son, and cultivated to this point. I've never, like, seriously, like right now, if the season ended, I would be stoked. I'd talk about this for years. In fact, I'd probably, if I ever wrote a ancestry book, I definitely put this in it. Okay, I found my green thumb. I found something. And it's like unlocking, just the knowledge and how all this stuff is symbiotic. It's just absolutely amazing. And it just teaches you a lot about life too. But let's go back to this irrigation thing, because I was talking about that and I skipped it out. So let me finish that. They have an injection at Home Depot that you hook up to your irrigation system. I had no idea, because I was thinking, how am I going to do this? Suspend 5-gallon buckets, you know, and then have a line going down, because it'll be like gravity fed. And it's just like, but how are they going to get all the way out here and then have enough pressure? And it was just like all this different stuff was on my mind, trying to figure it out. I was just, some nights my mind wouldn't stop thinking about it, trying to figure out, okay, get a water pump and all this kind of stuff. And then it was just like, I asked Bill, about it, and he's like, no, man, they got an injector, for your hose, if you just want to hook it straight up to a hose, in a spray head, or you could hook it up, obviously, to an irrigation system to where you're running, water lines to all your plants. And then you could also get a timer for it on your hose bib. So if you're not even home, you could have that solution in there. I'm not sure exactly how long it would keep. I definitely probably cover it. But yeah, if you're not home, you could have that timer go off, and it will feed your plants. Just stand out here and dry them out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dry them out, get them pretty good and dry. And then I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to see how long it needs to be on until these are sufficiently watered. And then that's going to be it, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to, next feeding time, I'm going to do it with that timer, with just that time, and see if it's still on the nose. And if so, go camping. We love to camp, so it's just been kind of expensive lately, of course. But hey, we're going to try to get out and have some fun this summer, and bring some beautiful peppers with us. So looking forward to the season, man. I'm so stoked. So anyway, I need to get a hold of this guy, get this mulch here so I can get started on my day. And hope this was informative and it helped. And I will see you this afternoon.